Hello and welcome to TTV News broadcast on TayNinh newspaper and radio television with some latest event in TayNinh province and across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of September 23rd, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Quyết, Secretary of TayNinh Provincial Party Committee, presided over the first meeting of the Steering Committee for implementing breakthrough solutions to promote the province's socio-economic development for the 2021-2026 period. Member of the Provincial Party Standing Committee, the Provincial Party Executive Committee, and other members of the Steering Committee also attended the meeting.
At the meeting, delegates focused on discussing the draft working regulation, the task assignments, and the structure and composition of the support team, as well as the draft program and work plan of the steering committee. They proposed the breakthrough ideas and including adjusting the implementation timeline of the key solutions of 2025 to 2030 periods to better aligned with the new context. And delegates also emphasized the need to expand coordination mechanisms, not only within the province but also with other provinces and cities, and even international partners to leverage the resources and experience, forming a broader support network for TayNinh's development. Emphasizing the support team's role beyond advising the steering committee, but also providing the direct input to the Provincial Party Standing Committee on innovate breakthrough policies, especially special mechanisms, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Quyết urged the team to quickly develop a detailed plan with the clear timelines, responsibilities, and feasible implementation. The plan should be submitted promptly to the Steering Committee for review and approval. And he also noted that the Steering Committee's work program must align with the province's strategic direction and reflect the breakthrough's nature in its task group, contributing to clear progress in the local socio-economic development.
To support business operations while protecting the legal rights of both employers and employees, TayNinh Province has strengthened the implementation of regulations on the use of foreign labor. In the past month alone, the province approved foreign labor needs for 240 businesses, involving nearly 900 positions. This have met the demand for high-quality human resources and ensures a transparent, lawful working environment. The process of evaluating and issuing work permits has also been strictly enforced. Around 470 new permits were issued, over 200 were renewed, and nearly 280 were extended. 6 cases were confirmed as exempt from permit requirements. These figures reflect TayNinh's proactive approach to managing foreign labor effectively and in compliance with current laws.
The People's Committee of TayNinh Province has submitted a report to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development and the Ministries of Natural Resources and Environment, proposing key targets and resource needs to implement the National Target Program on the new rural development and sustainable poverty reduction for the 2026-2035 period.
According to the report, TayNinh has set out a clear roadmap to enhance the quality of new rural development criteria. By 2030, the province aims to have 74 communes meet the national new rural standards. Its long-term goal is to ensure that by 2035, all 82 communes in the province will meet these standards. Additionally, it targets an average annual reduction of 20% in the number of multidimensionally poor households, striving to basically eliminate the poverty by 2030, and these goals will be closely linked with the rural economic development, green transition, and digital economy initiatives, with the ultimate aim of improving incomes and living standards for the local residents. And to achieve these targets, TayNinh has proposed the need for central government budget support from now until 2035. Specifically, for the 2026 alone, the province has estimated the total state budget requirements of over 967 billion Vietnam dong, with nearly 300 billion Vietnam dong expected to come from the central government.
The audience 80 years have passed since September 23, 1945, when the French colonialists fired to reoccupy Saigon. The people of the southern region united to raise up with the spirit, better to sacrifice everything than to lose the country. better never be left. From 1946 to 1949, Đồng Tháp 10 became the resistance base for the Regional Party Committee and the Southern Resistance Administrative Committee, centered around the Dương Văn Dương Canal in Nhân Hòa Lập Camille, Mộc Hóa District, Tân An Province, now Nhân Hòa Lập Camille, Tây Ninh Province. Today, on this historic land, the memorial sites of the base of the Regional Party Committee and the Southern Resistance Administrative Committee has been built, marking significant event and heroic achievement of the Southern Army and people during the early years of resistance against the French. Let us revisit this heroic plan through the following report.
In an area of about 3 hectares, the memorial site displays many valuable images and artifacts, especially the reconstructed houses that were the residence and workplaces of the party leaders and senior officials in the South, bring visitors a vivid and authentic scene of the heroic resistance period. After visiting, I saw Uncle Thôn and Uncle Lê Duẩn and the comprised from the anti-French period. It was very simple, from the museum exhibiting weapon production, medicine making, printing houses, all very simple, but the passion to fight against the French colonials has emerged, and as the later generation, we must try to preserve, restore this memorial site and have the responsibility to educate the young generations and descendants to safeguard the country and preserve this memorial site forever. Visitors to the site are also introduced to important historical events of the area, such as the Southern Regional Party Committee's conference, the establishment of the first Southern radio station, along with the marks of resounding victories like the battles of Mộc Hóa and Bùi Canal. Proud of that historical tradition, the youth of Nhân Hòa Lập have launched many practical activities to spread the value of the memorial site to the community. The Youth Union has actively organized the media activities such as field trips for the students to visit and learn here. Besides, we also print the communication products and produce the video clips to promote the image of the Regional Party Committee's place. Each year, the memorial site welcomes about 700 visitors, mainly delegation from officials, union members, and the students and peoples. Then this creates favorable conditions for Nhân Hòa Lập community to promote the historical value and educate the revolutionary traditions for the younger generation. At the first conference of Nhân Hòa Lập Community Party Committee, the breakthrough priority was set to develop high-quality organic agriculture production areas linked with the effective exploitation of the Regional Party Committee and the Southern Resistance Administrative Committee base to develop ecotourism, promote the revolutionary traditions and supplementary services. This approach is suitable to the local villages and both connecting the socio-economic development and preserving the cultural and historical values. The memorial site of Regional Party Committee and the Southern Resistance Administration Committee remains an indomitable symbol of solidarity from the Southern Army and the people, and in today's flow of life, this place continues to be preserved and promoted, becoming a thread of rest for the young generation to be proud of and more responsible in building a rich and beautiful homeland.
Tây Ninh Province is home to 17 ethnic minority groups, nearly 37,000 people living in diaspora, with the key majority population in recent years, thanks to the attention of the party and the state. The living conditions of ethnic minorities have significantly improved, both materially and spiritually. The economic conditions and overall livelihoods of ethnic minorities in the province have remained basically stable. Ethnic communities actually participate in production, strictly follow the party's guidelines and the state's laws and policies, and contribute to maintaining security, political stability, and social order in the areas. Over the years, the party and state policies related to ethnic minorities have been a major focus on the provincial government. Special attention has been paid to improving living standards, employment, and promoting comprehensive development in economic, cultural, and social aspects. Many support policies for ethnic minorities policies have been implemented effectively and in line with their intended goals, contributing to transformative changes in all aspects of life in remote and isolated areas. As a result, both material and spiritual well-being of ethnic minority communities have been significantly enhanced.
And on the morning of September 23rd, the Association for the Support of People with Disabilities, the Poor and the Protection of Children's Rights, in collaboration with Ngọc Truyền Monastery located in TayNinhTV, organized a Chiro Vietnam Dong Live Market for the students and residents in difficult circumstances. At the market, the gifts were distributed to 100 primary school pupils currently studying in Thanh Ninh and Bình Minh wards, and the program also provided 50 gift packages to the people with disabilities and those in need in Bình Minh ward. Its gift includes essential items and school supplies with a total value of 100 million Vietnam dong. In addition, the students and the pupils and disadvantaged locals enjoy over 10 free food and drink items served in the traditional spirit of the live market, a unique culture feature of the Thanh province.
Ladies and gentlemen, newly constructed and put into use bridges not only improve transportation connectivity and shorten distances, but also create favorable conditions for trade, thereby promoting economic development, culture, and the livelihoods of people in localities.
Previously, traveling between Vĩnh Thạnh and TayNinhTVNEWS, formerly TayNinhTV District, was difficult due to crossing the Trung Mương Canal. Now, with this new carriage bridge, commuting and exchanging goods have become more convenient, helping people no longer have to depend on ferries to cross the river. Previously, we used to cross by ferry, but now with the bridge built, people can travel more freely, especially students can go to school easily, thanks to the government for building this bridge. Otherwise, traveling by ferry was very difficult for children to go to school. The bridge was built with provincial budget funds totaling over 52 billion Vietnam dong. It is a railway bridge constructed with reinforced concrete and restraight reinforced concrete. The bridge is 9 meters wide and over 220 meters long. In Vĩnh Thạnh, 5 iron bridges on provincial road H31 had deteriorated after long use, posing traffic safety risks. In response, the province invested in building on 5 new bridges. Currently, the Canal 28 bridge has been completed and put into use, while the other 4 are under active construction. The bridges in Tân Hưng and Vĩnh Hưng had been narrow and slippery for many years, causing traffic difficulties and accidents. Now the party and government have rebuilt these bridges wider, making travel easier and facilitating better circulation of agricultural goods. For bridges including N1 and N2, John Moy Ông Mười have a total investment of nearly 60 billion Vietnam dong from provincial budget and other lawful mobilized funds, in which the construction package for bridges N1 and N2 is expected to be completed by November 30, 2025. Meanwhile, the construction package for John Moy and Ông Mười bridges is expected to be completed by March 5, 2026. The bridges are built with reinforced concrete and restraight reinforced concrete and are 10 meters wide. When these bridges are completed and put into use, they will synchronize with the international connecting routes, facilitating travel and goods transportation, especially benefiting Vĩnh Thạnh and neighboring communes and provinces. On 5 bridges are part of a project to build 6 remaining bridges on provincial road H31 with a total investment of over 286 billion Vietnam dong. Beyond being transportation works, these bridges are driving forces for local development, effectively connecting space and people.
Turn to other notable domestic news, ladies and gentlemen, on the occasion of attending the general debates of the 80th United Nations General Assembly, combined with bilateral activity recently held in the United States, State President Lương Cường received the Chancellors of the Republics of Austria, Christian Stocker.
The two leaders expressed satisfaction with the positive progress in bilateral relations recently, noting that Austria remains one of Vietnam's top 10 trading partners in Europe, while Vietnam is an important trading partner of Austria in Southeast Asia, affirming that Vietnam always values and seeks to develop the traditional friendship and multi-faceted cooperation with Austria. The state's president emphasized that economy, trade and investment are key pillars of bilateral relations. He also proposed Austria increase investment in Vietnam in areas where Austria has strength and Vietnam has demand, such as infrastructure, renewable energy, and green transition. The Austrian settler agreed that both sides need to enhance exchanges of high level and other delegations, further facilitate connections and cooperation between businesses and localities of the two countries, and promote economic, trade, investment, science and technology, education and training, tourism, people-to-people exchanges, and other potential fields of cooperation.
And on September 23rd, the State Bank of Vietnam issues a document to commercial banks and foreign bank branches requiring strict implementation of regulations on opening accounts for the foreign investors conducting indirect investment activities in Vietnam. According to the directive, organizations need to study and promptly update the new regulations in Circular Number 3 of 2005, dated on April 29 of 2005, on indirect investment activities, and Circular Number 25 of 2025, dated on August 31st of 2025, on opening and using payment accounts, which also amends and supplements Circular Number 17 of 2004. And the State Bank of Vietnam emphasized the urgent and coordinated implementation to minimize the time required for the foreign investors to open accounts and thereby facilitating the inflow of indirect investment capital into Vietnam.
According to the Vietnam Fruit and Vegetable Association, the country's fruit and vegetable exports in September 2025 show very positive results, reaching approximately $1.3 billion, a monthly record for the sector. A highlight is the impressive recovery of durian, the key product with the largest share in the fruit and vegetable export structure. In September 2025 alone, durian export turnover is estimated at $800 to $900 million, the highest level in history. The Vietnam Fruit and Vegetable Association also noted that the sector is experiencing a rapid growth phase during the 2020-2025 period. In the first 9 months of 2025, export turnover of this sector reached $6.1 billion, an increase of 8.3% compared to the same period in 2024. It is expected that the total fruit and vegetable export turnover for 2025 will exceed $8 billion.
Dear audience, although the Mid-Autumn Festival is still half a month away, the festive atmosphere has already filled the streets of Hàng Mã and Hàng Lược in Hanoi. Traditional Mid-Autumn toys remains vibrant, affirming their special place in today's cultural life.
Having been closely connected to Hàng Mã streets for nearly 20 years, artisan Đặng Văn Hậu feels deeply moved this year as traditional mid-autumn toys, including doll hair, Vietnamese traditional toy figurines made from colored rice powder, are more widely displayed and warmly received by customers. In previous years, most customers were older people who brought this toy to decorate Mid-Autumn Festival offerings for children. But this year, there is a very happy sight that Generation Y is showing much more interest. Young people post on social media platforms and invite friends to campaign, which give artisans more motivation, both spiritually and materially, to continue this craft. The sparkling beauty of Hàng Mã Street in the days leading up to the Mid-Autumn Festival has become a distinctive feature of the old quarter. Among countless modern toys, star-shaped lanterns, paper lanterns, traditional pull-along lanterns, and papier-mâché masks make the streets brightly colorful and radiant. These small but durian toys deeply connect with the memories of adults and offer a delightful experience to every visitor, especially children. Today I saw many toys here. My favorite is the fish lantern. It's the first time I've seen one. This year I came to visit and felt very surprised. The market has changed a lot and people are turning more towards the roots. I feel my childhood memories are being recalled, which makes me excited. Previously, I only saw these traditional toys on TV. Today, when I came to Hama for the first time, I saw many more. These toys are very beautiful and carry the traditional spirit of Vietnam. Amidst the brilliant colors of star lanterns, calf-shaped lanterns, and paper masks, many young people choose to wear áo dài traditional Vietnam dress or modernized versions to capture sparkling mid-autumn moments. Taking photos next to these folk toys is also a way for them to connect with childhood memories and spread cultural values to the community. The traditional toys on Hang My Street not only have entertainment value, but also serve as a bridge bringing today's youth back to their national cultural values, helping to maintain and promote the beautiful customs of their ancestors.
And that's all for today. TTV News, thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.